Dropping 5 pounds of muscle in under 2 weeks. That's what happens when protein falls short. And this video, what happens when you don't eat enough protein, is about to show you why it's worse than you think. Where does your body go hunting for fuel when you skip protein? Straight to your muscles. Not your fat, your muscles. That sounds scary, but the biology is even stranger. Your body treats muscle like an emergency savings account. It pulls from it to keep your brain, lungs, and heart running. Therefore, even a few days of low protein can trigger this breakdown, especially under stress or illness. But here's the trick. The scale might go down, and you think you're winning. You're not. What you lost wasn't fat. It was the tissue keeping your metabolism alive. Most people who feel tired all the time blame sleep or caffeine. But the real problem sits on their plate. You can eat salads every day, fill up on whole grains, snack on fruit, and still be protein starved. Therefore, someone eating a giant bowl of pasta with olive oil and roasted vegetables feels full, maybe even proud. But their muscles and brain are quietly starving for amino acids. But it gets worse. Meals mostly made of carbs and fats spike your blood sugar fast, then crash it hard, like a roller coaster you never asked to ride. First comes energy, then a nosedive that sends you reaching for sugar or coffee. Therefore, that exhaustion you blame on your age might really come down to meals missing the one thing your body begs for.
Think of protein like the construction crew for every repair job inside you. Calcium might be the bricks of your bones, but collagen, which is protein, acts as cement, holding those bricks together. Therefore, without enough protein, even calcium and vitamin D supplements fall flat because your body can't install those minerals properly. But protein's job list doesn't stop at bones. Antibodies? Protein. White blood cells? Protein. The enzymes fighting infections? Protein again. Therefore, when intake drops, your immune defense weakens and wounds heal slower. But here's what ties it all together. Protein also supplies amino acids your brain needs to produce dopamine and serotonin, your mood and focus chemicals. Low protein literally means low brain power. This isn't just about muscle. Starting your day with cereal or a plain bagel sends your blood sugar on a spike and crash ride before you even leave the house. But swapping that for 2 eggs with avocado on whole grain toast or Greek yogurt blended into a smoothie changes everything. Therefore, instead of crashing at 10 a.m., you stay steady because protein slows down how fast carbs break apart in your stomach. Glucose trickles in gradually instead of flooding all at once. Your cravings quiet down. But the trick is aiming for roughly 30 grams at that first meal, and it's easier than it sounds. 2 eggs give you 12 grams, a cup of Greek yogurt adds 15 to 20, and a handful of almonds closes the gap. Therefore, just making sure something protein-dense hits your plate first can reshape your entire day. If this is helping you, tap that like button and subscribe so you never miss a video like this. Now, lunch. This is where most people quietly sabotage their protein without realizing it. A salad with just lettuce and dressing barely gives you 5 grams, almost nothing. But toss grilled chicken on top and scatter pumpkin seeds across it, and suddenly you're at 30 grams. Therefore, the formula is simple. Pick a base, add a protein anchor, throw in a plant-based booster. But the key is spacing protein across the day. Research in the journal Nutrients found that spreading protein across 3 meals supports muscle repair far better than cramming it into one giant dinner. Therefore, lunch isn't just a break. It's the checkpoint where your body either keeps rebuilding or keeps breaking down. Animal protein from eggs, fish, and chicken is complete, meaning it delivers every amino acid your body needs for muscle, tissue repair, and hormones. Your body absorbs it fast. But plant-based sources like lentils, beans, and tofu are usually missing at least one amino acid. Therefore, if you eat mostly plants, mixing sources in the same meal fills the gaps, like pairing tofu with nuts or rice with black beans. But here's what most people overlook. Dinner is your third protein opportunity. and it fuels overnight recovery while you sleep. Grilled salmon with lentils delivers 30 plus grams right before your body enters its deepest repair cycle. Therefore, stacking all three meals with solid protein gives your body a steady stream of building blocks around the clock.
This is where things get tricky. Too little protein is a problem, but swinging too far the other direction carries its own risks. When you eat lots of red meat and dairy, your body produces a hormone called IGF-1. In normal amounts, it supports muscle growth. But when animal protein stays excessively high day after day, IGF-1 levels can remain elevated too long. Therefore, in a body already dealing with hidden inflammation, that may encourage abnormal cell growth. A University of Oxford study of nearly 400,000 people ranked elevated IGF-1 to higher cancer risk. But protein isn't the villain, it's the environment inside your body. Therefore, keeping insulin low with longer gaps between meals helps keep IGF-1 in a healthy range. But there's another issue. Kidneys filter protein waste, like urea and ammonia, and overloading them quietly adds pressure over time. A study in the journal Nutrients tracked postmenopausal women taking collagen peptides daily for 12 months. The result? Measurable increases in bone mineral density in the spine and hip compared to placebo. Therefore, protein didn't just slow bone loss, it appeared to help reverse it. But bone density is only part of the story. Research found that adults eating 1.2 to 1.6 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight preserved significantly more muscle during weight loss than those at the minimum 0.8 grams. Therefore, they lost fat while protecting the muscle that keeps metabolism strong. But the most striking findings come from recovery data. Patients maintaining adequate protein after surgery showed faster healing and fewer infections. These peer-reviewed results keep pointing in one direction. Protein is the nutrient most bodies are quietly starving for. The official recommendation is about 1 gram of protein per kilogram of body weight. But if you're active, recovering, over 40, or building muscle, aim closer to 1.5 grams. Therefore, someone weighing 70 kilograms needs 70 to 105 grams daily. Sounds like a mountain? Break it into 3 meals and it shrinks, roughly 30 grams each. Breakfast, 2 eggs with Greek yogurt. Lunch, grilled chicken salad with seeds. Dinner, salmon over lentils with broccoli. But the biggest mistake is treating protein like an occasional add-on. A shake twice a week won't cut it. Therefore, consistency beats intensity. Your body can't stockpile amino acids like it stores fat. It needs fresh delivery every day. Just make sure every meal has a clear protein anchor you can point to on the plate. Let's lock it in. Low protein triggers muscle breakdown in days, weakening your metabolism, immunity, and energy. Blood sugar crashes when meals lack protein, dragging mood and focus down with it. Bones need protein just as much as calcium. Collagen is the cement. Breakfast sets the tone with eggs, yogurt, or a protein smoothie. Lunch needs an anchor like chicken, fish, or lentils. Dinner fuels overnight repair. But balance matters. Too much animal protein elevates IGF-1 and strains kidneys, so space intake wisely. Now, if this gave you even one useful thing, hit like. Not for the algorithm, but as a signal to yourself that you're taking health seriously. Subscribe so this roadmap stays in your feed forever. And share this with someone you care about, because passing along this information might help somebody avoid years of weakness, slow healing, or preventable fractures. You could literally be the reason someone's health turns around. Your body isn't broken, it's waiting. 5 pounds of muscle lost or a lifetime of strength gained. The choice starts on your plate.